Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sognsdal Saga series here on the Lord Mass channel. Reached the 20th episode mark here, in which, as you can see obviously over in Scandinavia, Norway has expanded hugely, which is largely due to a subjugation war, which we did it out of anger, because originally we were content in taking Lapland from Sweden. And then some faction wanted the old ruler back, and it went back to Swedish control. And out of anger, I broke the peace treaty, which is a very, very unkind move to do for any for any ruler, no matter what part of the world you live in. But we had fought against Sweden again, only to subjugate him. And it is set that my health is poor, so I don't know if I'll live up to 80, but what I do know is that my son, Torgeir, who is the heir to both Norway and Sweden, so it'll be kept together. But the real challenge is, can his high diplomacy skill be, the reason why he will try to keep things together, as he already has a distinguished level of fame. So hopefully it'll help him out a little. I mean, he will be a man of reason, as he is a patriarch, and he's becoming slowly august as he's picking up more prestige-related things. Soon he'll get inspiring rule, and then he'll be a true ruler for anybody outside of our borders to accept the offers of vassalization. He will also be commissioning epics, because the era of the Old Norse is over. Now it's Norwegian, Swedish, Danish. We've all formed our own distinctive cultures, but we all still speak the same language. So I think it would be best if he were to become august as well. But, that's up to him. I still got a few more years left in me. I was the world's strongest woman, but now the old age is finally catching up to me. And I can only hope you have children as well. Whereas I do know you'll be getting a couple more in future. I know that. So, there's going to be a peasant revolt soon in Tvedevilke and Signavilke. So now we will spend our hard-earned money, even though you barely earn them these days, because you haven't been raiding for a while. Which I kind of thought about going back to it, knowing my old age, that I would like to go out on one last raid to faraway lands from here, and then come back. Yes, one last raid. But first, lots of whale hunt. Organize a hunting trip for the wars. And then we shall send support to Greenland to keep it up with the resilience gain. Not to mention that prestige that I need to get it back up. And we'll send another expedition to the west, to Vinland, in an attempt to increase its viability. If it succeeds, and then I will at least attempt to I'll attempt to build an outpost army. Give it a shot, alright? This will be your first and only opportunity for you to do so. Hang on, I'm about to... Phew. Okay, that was a weak sneeze. Anyways. Okay. 67 gold. We'll make do with what we caught. Better luck next time. Stopped considering me a nemesis due to the house feuds between us. So tensions cooled. The easing of tensions, if that is possible, between myself and those okay, seems to confirm he has abandoned his vendetta against House Sognsdal. It is hard to believe, but I will be freed of worries regarding the Akra threat. Why do I waste my time with this nonsense? There. We're off to the wars hunt. And soon we gotta deal with this peasant rabble, then once it's dealt with, then we'll go out to raid. And this would be the last ever time that I would raid from a very far distance. Too bad the absents are still at peace, meaning we can't raid them, because they'll kill our armies like that. So you just gotta figure something here. Damn him. Why are you even there? Drop dead, will you? Okay, so I could not find a willing leader for the expedition for my coaches. Had to resort to recruiting Clement, a veteran traveler. I don't know him well, so I can only hope that I did not make a mistake. He assures that the crew's in good spirits and they're ready for this great adventure. I can only hope that nothing goes wrong on the trip, and he and his crew returns to great success. Whether it's bountiful treasure, trade opportunities with locals, new discoveries, or something else. 6-year-old man who's got good diplomacy, good stewardship, not so good learning, and poor prowess. Wish you all the best. Safe journeys. Still alive. Right. Peasant uprising now. I'm just looking about where to raid. Raise all armies. Okay, you don't need it this much. Stop gathering, all of you. Just go after this and then this. We're all gonna follow you. Bears! A messenger birds bringing a message to Clement with an update about his expedition to Vinland. Clement reports that he sent a few of his crew members to explore an area. He had hoped they would find something interesting or useful. Regretfully, these scouts had not traveled far when they came across a bear of unfathomably large size. They somehow enraged this beast and slew one of the crews. They all fled back to their boats. Alas, such incidents only go to show the dangers what might find when exploring this region. Everyone knows that bears are not to be trifled with. That's bad. Oh, 257 gold. That's very good. And now there's something else that occurred. While engaging in their task of locating the hunting walruses, my hunting party appears to encounter a group of strange foreigners who were also hunting there and were led by a certain Korsuk. Perhaps they live nearby, or perhaps they also traveled to Sognsdal from faraway lands as well. Anyways, these foreigners are rather friendly, and Korsuk allowed us hunters to do a bit of trading with my hunters. The two groups spent a few days in close proximity, engaging in some trade and so forth, before the foreigners left the mountains. Interesting how they encounter such friendly foreigners. This network's gone up. So I gained trade connections with Nordstar's locals for the next 10 years. Slight increase of income and prestige. That's very, very good. Got the guy. I'll wait 1 month and then we shall assemble a big old raiding party again. Even though we have many more levies these days. So we can't fit everybody. Ever since we acquired Sweden, and that means more levies for us. And Messenger brings the Messenger Clement with an update about his expedition event. According to the message, the expedition has met a setback. Clement assures it could have been worse. While they were sailing to a harbor with the intent of exploring a nearby area, one of the ships ran aground. The damage was severe enough they gave the order to abandon the ship. He informs that the crew was demoralized after this, but all the crew and second ship had been moved to the surviving ships. They still managed to salvage a good amount of the second ship's cargo and wood. The expedition will continue on regardless. This is definitely going to be a failure of an expedition. Big, fat failure. Split up. See to if the supply limit's good enough for any of you, but unlikely. Split again. Split. God bless it. Let's forge a goblet. Good luck with that. Whatever you'll give me, it's not going to matter to me too much, but I may give it away to a certain somebody. To myself. A messenger brings you Mr. Bird brings you a message from Clement with an update about his expedition to Finland. Clement sent out an occasional scouting party to search for food to explore here. One evening, one of Clement's scouts, Gregorius, did not return to the camp with his party. This is, of course, a most odd occurrence. The hour was growing late, and Clement and several members of the crew wanted to search for Gregorius' whereabouts. Other members of the crew, however, said that Gregorius was likely just a tardy and would return soon. I'm sure Gregorius returned later and no search was needed. This was a definite failure of the expedition. That I'm ashamed. Frankly, I'm disappointed and ashamed. Oh, thank goodness. It's fine. We want some talented commanders again. Instead of this mockery. Should I risk it? Going to raid India one last time due to the great distance, and then we would have to come back home. But keep in mind, the size of our military is large enough where nobody will dare to attack us. The ships we sent on an expedition to Finland have returned. I went to meet Clement and ask about the various riches they had on the expedition. I'm surprised there's much to tell. Unfortunately, it appears that the expedition was ultimately a failure. The expedition was beset by a number of calamities. Clement did his best to explore the frontier region to find new resources as well as friendly locals. In the end, we have not acquired any lasting advantages or information that would help the Greenland colony. And the expedition might have even cost Greenland colony quite a bit in terms of resources and manpower. This was a very disappointing result, so we simply just lost the money and it did not affect anything else, so... But that was a big hit. So we should hopefully keep it up on going this route. One second. Learning differences. Supply capacity, not duration. Like when you see somebody else that has, just get if that person even exists. No. Because that's duration versus capacity. Because if I were to get out of this army, then time's wasted, so I won't send her to attempt to build an outpost at Vinland. We don't have time for that. I was wondering why your helmet looks weird, but he's English. Go this way. We'll do 2 raiding parties this time instead of just one single one. Reference. This is only just a temporary boost to our progress of innovations. In about 2 years, we will finally get the siege weapons, even though we're going to be far less on the offensive and more focused on raiding. Because I still want city planning. Minor megalith. Huh. I see. That's what we should go for next. You know, feels like a long time getting here. And with this one, now it takes about 11 years, and this, still 2 years for this current exposure. Now go. 300 max capacity. Good enough. Duration, not capacity. That's a difference. Alright now. We head down to there. Whatever prisoners you may capture, be sure to the ones that are heirs to inheriting any lands. Perhaps my children or children's children can be betrothed to one of theirs, and then if there is anything, but I would try to recruit them here if I can, and then try to try to get them betrothed so that our dynasty can spread over there. This is my last attempt at this sort of thing. I ain't long for the world, but do what you gotta do. Time disappears in all this shop. Drinking meat as we excited to discuss the goblet. He's making me imagining things source of indescribable tension. The hour has grown late when my meddlesome puts down his hammer and a deep cough from his goblet and smiles at me, knowing is he. I cannot deny something stirs me. My heart quickens and I find myself holding it in my arms, embracing me in return. What is happening? No, I can't. Adultery is a sin. A big sin. I'd be offending the gods like this. I don't like where this is going, but I'll give it a try. I'm paying a visit to my son and heir Torgeir, which, we just passed by. I notice that things are quite different from the last time that I was here in Dunholm. He used to set out refined hypocrites and candled figs for us when I came over. But today was barely a crumb to be seen anywhere, and water's all that graces the table. Ask Torgeir if he has fallen in hard times. Downcast, he suddenly responds. You don't know the half of it. Yeah, I know you have an ongoing heartache because your best friend has died a couple of years ago. But as an administrator, let's take a look at your ledgers. The financial records are summoned for my investigation. Sturdy goblet. Great. I began looking over my son and heir Torgeir's recent expenses. I'm trying my best to see what could possibly have led him to such a terrible situation. Men at arms, minus 1.8. Court amenities, minus 3.2. New court physician, minus 50. Candles, minus 360. Gifts to courtiers, minus 50. Candles? You are in debt because of candles? He bashfully my son and heir, you are covered in my stewardship. Please help me. I will help you, but just this once. Candles. What gods? So now you enjoy financial advice for the next 10 years, in which you will still have that advice with me whenever I pass on. I didn't think that administrator lifestyle trait would be so useful. Normally, I just ignore or avoid that, but no, there's some use with that. Looking up other people's financial ledgers, especially if it's to your friends. Where's the other fleet? I was about to say, did we lose him? Have I gone ahead too far? That is a good question. Where the heck are they? I know there's us, but where's the others? Like, I know that's mine, but where's... Or did they went to the opposite What the... You decide to take the scenic route. Huh. How about that? He wants to go the quickest way, but I'm using my knowledge speed. We'll be there in 5 months. By the way, you're the one with the... Yes. Okay, good. We just went overland briefly, and then we're gonna be on the sea again. From upland north to Sognsdal. Do you have another for the last time? Are you bored of me? Hmm. Oh, great massacre. Oh my goodness. That's not your typical... About to make a landing here. Tales of the Monks. A local singer is performing in my court today. A lot of his songs are singing about the legendary adventures of the Christian monks from Ireland and Scotland, who purportedly traveled to the distant barren islands of the Atlantic Ocean many generations ago, so that they could worship without distraction. In these islands, they would sometimes be known as the Papa. Sometimes the stories even concern the legendary voyages these monks had to these very distant lands. In these fantastical faraway places, the monks would encounter all manners of spectacular beasts, plants, and civilizations. I'm most interested in the legends of these faraway lands. Regardless of this character's personal beliefs or convictions, I recently heard the tales about the legendary journeys that various Gaelic monks took to the mythical lands of the West. This character found such wondrous tales inspiring. Alright, we're here. This one is the air. Okay, good. This is the Maharani. At least one of them. This is some religious fool. And this is the one with consecrated blood. Which I don't know if that really counts in terms of inheritable. Because they come from the Rashtrakuta dynasty. But nevertheless, he's heir to one of the lands. I could see that with her. Good. At least we got one. And that is my attempt to... No. Quickest way is to go to the sea, then up river into Kalyani. We're here to steal their children and try to at least give it an attempt to recruit them over here when we return. And then we'll arrange betrothals while they're here. Not inheritable, unfortunately. This is the eldest daughter, but not one of the heirs such as this one. Okay, to the Maldives. This is a son. Rusta of Karnata. Excellent. Truly excellent. Highly valuable prisoner. I'll go overland. You got a religious woman, Kuni. Not what I had in mind. You will be on the western side, so now, again, we're only raiding each and every one of the capitals of those independent nations. This is the grandson and granddaughter. Oh, good. Down in line. Now we're going overland again. It's almost like I just want to affect every part of India, just to attempt to, so that way our, future members of our dynasty can be betrothed. I mean, if we can recruit them over here, and then become betrothed on my end, and then they'll have marriages and inheritance and all that stuff. And don't care if they change cultures and religion when our dynasty spreads over there. So you can say there is such thing as an Indo-Norse in a way. In a way. But this is just, we're doing it in the name of the dynasty, not the guns, not the country. But in the name of our dynasty. Just to show it's like, here we are, from one part of the world to the other. And I don't know how long I'll be alive for us to keep this up. We're just We're not just here for loot. This one is just a friend of the Lulu's. Yes, this is one of his friends. A wise man, they say. Must again we go overland. And then we go up there. And well, that one we can't raid. Because they already have all the others prison. But here's one that hasn't been taken. Meanwhile, nephew of his. Not inherited to anything. We're still moving. Capture the wife and their old courtier. Despite the fact she's barren, able to give birth to one and lives up there. That place has been raided, so it can't affect that. Oh, this is an awfully large realm. We've been there once, but okay, how about you sail up the Indus to Lahore instead. Hostile because they know what we did. Springly boundedness plundered. This is a daughter who's not married. Okay, here's one who is not married, but is set to inherit at least one of the lands there, which is over there in the middle of the jungle. Now head towards Patliputra, either in 58 days, and 48 for the other. Okay, we've captured the wife over there. This is my prisoner, and yes, this is the heir as well. I did not capture his children, but besides him, nobody else. Again, it's rather unfortunate you're already married. Still, it's notable. I mean, we know that place has already been raided, but we'll continue to go overland again. Of course, there's a big kingdom of Pagan over there. Shall only go to two more places. Meanwhile, this is his son, also set to inherit anything, but well, too young. So, man, when we get back home, we got to know, okay, which ones are going to be in house arrest and which one is going to be excluded, and see if we can recruit any of them. And then I will try to arrange the patrols of everything. Look at you. Oh yeah, we taught you to be Norse, and you be Berserker, and he's returned to his homeland, where he's married and set to inherit, and maybe he'll spread the gods there, but doubtful. It's doubtful, but hey, at least it's notable. I mean, we raised him, but it is what it is. It's just I wish there was a couple more here that I could invite, such as my nieces, but they're of the wrong culture. But I think the better question is his age. I mean, yeah, there's plenty out there. But they live in other places. You can't invite them here because unrelated. These are members, not close members. Patch of, oh, married, okay. Okay, some are already married. And, of course, wow, you're still there. You're still around. They've blessed you with a long life. It's too bad I can't offer you vassalage because you're at war. So many wars, but it looks like you're finally going to join our country through this way. Now, anyways. We'll just raid 2 more kingdoms and then we'll go home. And maybe you should pay them a visit as well while you're at it. Raiding. What do we got here? A wife and some person. A wife of somebody's. And you're gonna go to Kabul. This is one last kingdom to raid, and then you get back to Shul. Habari is to be excluded. Maybe. Because I'm honestly tempted to at least go down, because it's a much larger kingdom, and we fear they have many, many levies in there. Unless we make a conjoined effort. Not my prisoner. Not my prisoner. No, this is just some other people. Now, Dilly. I know, you still got a long way to go, too, you know. Finally discovered these. And what are we exposed to next? Crop rotation. That was actually my next plan. After city planning, go for crop rotation. That was the next thing I was going to go for, actually. Okay, we're here. See if we can get anybody important. just some courtier who's got great pox. We'll go overland. Just to raid there and then down to Debo in a combined effort. And then we'll all go home. We promise. Well, this is not technically part of the Indian subcontinent, but it is certainly influenced by it. Here. Got the heirs to at least one of the areas. That's Bamyan, where the Buddhist statues are. Even though it's all ran by Zunists, those sun worshippers. Head to the river. I just hope that I will live, that I will return to Norway. And then we gotta deal with these prisoners. Especially those that we can recruit and more. In case if I get sick. Sun and air. Alrighty. But keep in mind, it's a small country. Likely we'll get swallowed up by them. There in a couple more days, we'll raid there. One last place, then we'll all go home. Too bad we didn't steal any court artifacts. That would have been nice. Where are you guys? Okay, they're on board. Get down here and cover us. Grandson. That's not. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Come on, let's get out of here. Stand together. And now, our long journey home. I remember the nearest safe port is there in Cornwall, where we could save up a few months instead of go all the way back there for an additional month. So we'll be heading to Helston. Once we arrive there on what it says to be 25th of December, Christmas Day to some people, we are actually going the long route, up the Euphrates, and then you land there into these here mountains, and then onto the river of Sehan, and travel throughout the Mediterranean, and then to there. That's how we're gonna do it. I got 157 gold. How about you? 208. Well, we only gave you specific tons. We don't want to raid the big countries like the Abbasid Sultanate or Empire for some, because their army is massive just by looking at the size alone. Just hope we'll make it home. Because I don't want to die without returning to my shores. We're moving. We're going. My supplies very well. As for you, it's getting low, but don't you worry. We'll be there before you starve. But remember, I'm the one that has the most valuable of prisoners. And one of my friends just died. Alright, we're here. And that means all the prisoners as well. Which we got so many of them, I have no idea what to do with them. Now, pay attention. Because you had them for about a year now. Start from there. Okay, here's one. We can't recruit this one. Okay. Man, there are some you can and some you cannot. What about him? Can't recruit him. God damn it. You know, like my plan was to try to recruit those male courtiers over here. So that way I can not only raise them, but also have them betrothed to one of my kin. So they could spread the dynasty around. But in show of goodwill, give them house arrest. Of course that makes no difference. You might intrigue me. Actually, that's prisoner of war. You can't do that yet. Heir to the King of Maharashtra. Matrilineal marriage. Actually, that will not do. She's got a brother. Keep looking. He's here. This one we can recruit, but unfortunately is already married and would likely return. And obviously we did not get her. If only we had her too, I would love to kill her, then he'd be divorced and then be married to one of my female kin, and then there you have it. Just gotta pay more attention to inheritance, you know? Is betrothed can't do anything about that. See? Not possible. I mean, it's possible I may send all of them back, like those who are patrol were set to inherit lands. I'm just gonna say it's like, okay, we're gonna leave you, but you're gonna merge over gods, only to destabilize the area a bit. So, boss, this is the sun. That one's a prisoner of war, so you gotta wait for the others. Also, prisoner of war, please wait. This one we can recruit as he's set to inherit, but can't break the betrothal. That may be an issue. You can't win them all, you know? Is this one a prisoner of war? Yeah. Where's the other fleet? Because I don't want to have these prisoners dead when they're all here. So please wait 24 days. I'll talk to Torgeir about this on the way. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Now, let's look him up again. Who can we recruit, and who can we not? That is the question for all of you again. And I will not ask again. Yeah! This one can go. So, are you sure? I know he's set to inherit, but can't recruit him. And what the hell am I going to do with a hook on him? Because I can't get him over here. While, you know, he's still running things there. It's interesting, I would try to learn other people's languages, and by the time that person leaves, then what the hell do I know it for? Keep looking. But man, I'm very envious. I wish I could just get you into my court. But of course that's not possible. I don't know what they do over there. But clearly it's something that's way out of my element. It's a guess she inherits, but this one gets to inherit all the things, and she doesn't. So that doesn't mean a lot. Actually, look again. No, she is married. Oh, we got one. Okay. So we can recruit this one, in which in turn can be of two things. Like, you'll be recruited here, and then you'll have to worship our gods. And once you are here, I'll see to if I can arrange a patrol to someone of my kin. So that way, one day, in future generations, when this man runs things there, whenever his grandfather, kicks the bucket, whenever he's gone, then eventually some of my kin will be living in Mugged. So we got one. Okay, happy with that. What the hell am I going to do with him? I know he's set to inherit a bunch of things, but he's already married. That's the issue here. Oh, okay, they do polygamous. Just making sure. Well, he can only be polygamous if he was the ruler, where he can have multiple wives, but he can't, have multiple wives right this instant if he doesn't have land to hold. Okay, that's how that works over there. This one's landed, so that's different. Which means you can't recruit him over here, because he's landed. Which means, hey, there's some value to that money-wise. Which cannot afford, but it'll have to do. So this one, we would have to let go. And you are? Nothing. No children as yet. Nothing. This one is set to inherit, but unfortunately is betrothed. Can't recruit him. Wait a minute. What was the age of that person that I've recruited earlier? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, it's that one who's 8. Okay, because I was just thinking, I was like, does it have to be a certain age? Because, I gotta know. We can recruit this one too. Okay. So there's another. Okay, it's fine. You can keep the religion, but I'm still going to raise you, in a way. Unless I pass away, then we have to assign a new guardian for it. This one, we also got to get him betrothed to someone of my kin, and if they don't like that... 1 minute. Well, a gift can't hurt anybody. Okay, never mind then. Just get in my court. Which is, again, is the one's... Like, he's got this, but... I don't think he's the older child. I just noticed that. No. No, he isn't. But he'll remain. For personal reasons. Doesn't stand to inherit anything. This one we cannot recruit. 1 second. Are you sure? Does not say. Maybe that's different in some areas, but what else? And no point in demanding reconversion because they're going to reconvert him back. Some guy. You could recruit him, but what good would that do? Because it's betrothed and is committed. And already has children. Keep looking. Yeah, we know who these people are. Okay, I think we practically get at least one here. I mean, you are here, and you are one of us. And we know that eventually your father's going to inherit the lands of Gaia, Konara. So that's actually a Buddhist holy place, as he's the head missionary over there. This is my granddaughter. You'll be betrothed to her because I say so. So that means in future generations, of at least a part of our dynasty will be living in Mugget. And you are the elder, which is good. Made it official. Wow, that was actually the last act that Þórunn has done. Arranged a betrothal to spread our dynasty to a land far away. Now, Drottning Þórunn Norrøya has crossed the door to the world of spirits at 79 years of age, 10 years longer than her mother Astrid. She died of old age, of known murderer. She will atone for her unspeakable crimes in the next life. She was the culture head of the Norsemen at that time, later Norwegian. Not the living legend, but exalted among men, but a religious icon. She was a strategist and administrator, fought in 13 different wars, 8 offensive wars and 5 defensive wars. And now we finally get our first ever male ruler of this playthrough. Torgeir ascends to the throne. Loyal to his spouse and family, Torgeir is certain to place the good of his dynasty above all personal concerns. He is the man of reason, a family man. The legendary seas and lands of the North Atlantic call to us. Before I get to answer any of you, now, let's talk again. Now keep in mind, he's not only the Torgeir of Norway, but also Sweden as well. Short reign, at peace, for a very long time. Is that so? The at peace part. Oh, we need to go raiding immediately. This happened on his doorstep. So in other words, quick, raid somewhere. Plus we still hold all these lands in these parts of England here. So you better go raid or go fight somebody quick. Poland is part of Sweden. Right, before we settle down, right, Dragon and Beast. Commissioning epics would be grand. Let's do it for Majesty focus so we could get the last few things and then we'll become August to help me with even more prestige gain. And then I'm going to switch on over to Scholarship to go for this, this, and this. Fortunately, I live a very healthy lifestyle as I'm athletic and Herculean. I'm expected to have a long reign. And of course, many of my sons gets to inherit every single thing that I hold dear to me, including Dunholm. But mind you, I'm back to being a tribal government, not feudal. About that. And we can do all these things now. But we still have all these prisoners, so maybe things can change now. So we're gonna check on these prisoners again before they start dying in the dungeons. Are you sure that I can't recruit them? Okay. Very envious of you, that I wish I could just get you in here. Just get you in here, then you'll be able to have everything I want. This we can recruit for reasons. Go back. Again, we're going through these one more time before we just get on with our lives. This one we can recruit. But is he the older child? Yes. So this man is going to inherit this kingdom and everything there. And since this is his only son for now, and he's the one that's going to inherit, and yes, we'll worship our gods, he can keep the culture. And then I'll have him be betrothed to one of my daughters. Yes. You can be a wandering monk in these parts. If you want to convert somebody in our realm to be worshipping your form of Buddhism, go ahead. I'm not going to bother you. If anybody kills you, then it's not my fault. Watch your step now, Jagatunga. Now. Now, let me see. Since you are here, we already got one. I need more daughters. Okay, you can get out. Go back to where you once came. Which you did say that in the court. Royal lapse. The Patriot Court continues day after day from dawn to dusk. Yatvada extemporize all my greatness, spouting platitudes and phrases. Nearby, Muna joins in, playing to the crowd, grinning stupidly and expecting a sign of my favor for his antics. A deep insistent desire to leave for the grounds, I lose myself in exercise slowly builds, gnawing at my mind and distracted my attention. A lone bead of sweat trickles inevitably down my brow. Yatvada notices my distance and cries, "Are you alright, my lord?" with almost genuine concern. My apologies, what were you saying? Now, if you excuse me, I got an epic to write soon. But first, I'm in need of concubines. Obviously, there's some women in here. That seems rather intimidating to me. Especially some healthy ones. But if there are those of that faith, that's fine. If they hold a grudge for that, then what are they going to do about it? Not that one. This Sami woman will do. Hey. No. Look it up again. Yeah, why not? Ah, nothing, just a thought. Well, she's about to die, so you can have her back. I'm a man of reason. Just give me the money, and she'll be left alone. Yes, sure. Now that person you brought in here. Where's the boy? Because I want to know, what's his name again? Because I got so many prisoners that I've got no idea what to do with them. Other than ones who stand to inherit and possibly be betrothed if I had more daughters, but I'm going to need him to stick around. Just checking. Because may never know, I'll change my mind. Nothing. Actually, it would be much easier if you look at age. Because I recall he was about 3 or 4 when you brought him in here. Yeah, him. There we go. This is the one who's betrothed already, so we got that locked down. As long as no harm comes to him. For reference, I'll raise you myself. I mean, I got a son of my own who's already an adult and set to inherit everything, so it's fine. I'm not going to change your culture. These are all adults here, okay. Who was this other one? That was about 3 years old or so. Crud, I forgot about who was the other. Actually, this is what this is for. Find character. Court. Not my culture. Besides the Bengali. Satya, this is one. And this is the other, okay. But someone of my dynasty. Can you arrange that? Ooh, scaly. You don't want her. But again, as long as it's of my dynasty, it doesn't have to be directly related to me. As long as it has it. It's the granddaughter of Sebion. And I know you're going to have to wait a long time for you to have children of your own, with knowing that your old man is going to inherit the kingdom. But you don't want to her. So this is the best we can afford. Okay, so there you go. Now you have done set. You got the future generations all set. Again, I wish I could break that betrothal. And he's already got children of his own. Let us see where to be married and then, no. Because those women who are of my kin are all probably married by now. There's hardly any single women out there. And plus, it comes from that area of Western India, which is a small country, and doesn't stand to inherit too much, and it'll eventually get swallowed up by Nahabari Sultanate over there. Yeah, go ahead. Just give it back to him. This is the best I could do. Unless you want to double check things again. Not the other child. So it's a shame, really. As I'm just sitting and thinking. Just to confirm it before we... So you have rivals? Well, one thing's for certain. Nobody's gonna die under my watch. No way, no how. Disillusioned faction. Right. I'll be a man of reason. I will be sending gifts to all of you. For you to please, I urge you to remain calm. I have just inherited this land. Your grievances will be addressed. You do not want to destroy the realm of this where everything would be decentralized. That'll be the worst possible option. Thank you. Now, where were we? You want him back. And I wish we could recruit him, and the way I can educate him, raise him with my own and all that, but... And again, there's going to be no way that we'll be able to revisit this again, because we're no longer going to do raids to India and faraway places again, because we don't have someone like Þórunn anymore, who was an expert at that sort of thing. Now I'm just cleaning up her mess that she brought in here. As I'm just sitting there and looking at this. And demanding conversion would be useless because they'll convert them back. But I would have viewed as hostile, so maybe... Yeah, just let him go. It's kind of unfortunate, really. I wish he would have stayed for long. Now this... I really want to keep him. Idea. Keep. How old is he? You know what? He's never going to be released from prison. When he turns 16, because, you know, you can recruit adults, I think. If we can't recruit him, he stays here. Okay? It's just a thought on my mind. He stays here. And he's going to be betrothed eventually, whether he likes it or not, when that time comes. So, anytime that he wants, what's his name? Vimala? Oh, no, Vimala's her. His name is, Vegaraja. Vegaraja Zumbil. He stays here. He's going to stay here until adulthood, and when he reaches adulthood, I'm going to recruit him, and he's going to be betrothed to one of my kin, and he's going to like it. So, I will not let that one go. No matter how much you convince me. You got a long life ahead of you. Not to mention he's got more places to inherit. Which hopefully nothing bad happens over there. This one you can have. Ignore that call. Nominate my eldest. Same for Sweden. If they're willing to stand behind him. So I think I figured it out. It's like I was willing to release some, but I kind of changed my stance. To some degree. This one will stay too. Anybody that says under house arrest, they stay here. Yeah. He stays. Doesn't stand to inherit anything. So you're either going to have to pay up, or that person will die in the dungeons. Those are the rules. It's like, how come she gets everything, and she doesn't? It's a little bias, isn't it? Yeah. This one, unfortunately, is already married. That's another difficult part about it. Had a thought, but I just stopped myself. This one stays here. Because, see, too, if I could try to, I don't know, break the betrothal. I don't know if that applies to other characters. Or that affects my children only. Hold on, who are you? Oh no, they don't stand to inherit anything. Ich. Sorry about that. Doesn't stand to inherit anything. He's only going to inherit one county. Doesn't stand to inherit anything. Some guy. My prisoner. Oh, don't be surprised. They're all Muslims. The females don't inherit anything. No. Last one. Okay, we got it all figured out now. So now let's hold court. I think we'll have to sacrifice one of those prisoners of mine, since they're all hostile to me. Now, how's gonna hold a husband approach cautiously? Wary of this uncle. My lord, I'm sure someone Ricky is trying to harm my husband. I have no evidence, but I suspect Þórunn seeks to advance his claim on the Jarlsdom of Upland at your second's expense. I beg you, imprison him and put a stop to his madness. I'll question him. He denies any involvement. A lost treasure? My lord, I represent the religious community of Lindisfarne. While rummaging through a modest archive, we've come across a very peculiar book. The cover was dusty and blinding fragile, and the pages were yellowed in time, but it contained the most unusual drawings, and the script itself was unknown to us all. We are certain that it is unique in the world, a long-lost vault of knowledge, a true treasure. That's why we offered it to you. Perhaps the original copy of the Will of God, or perhaps it's a memoir from the world's creation. Well, knowing it's from Lindisfarne, the first place that was raided by the Norsemen. So I'll add it to my collection. It's a mysterious book that now belongs to me. That helps me with the prestige gain, as I'm about to become illustrious here. A frightful peasant strolls all too close before a guard steps in between us. Oh, he backs up with a wink, laughing through his scant teeth. Your lordness, I come here from VIET with a matter of great import. Sighs, brows, yes, say, Connor. It all started last harvest. The carpenter's goat wandered at night. The cobbler's wife's knee shack and caused a great mess he did. He slapped Stack. Oh, you should have seen your magnitude. Well, he's an ugly man. You don't say. Please go on. We know that the locals here, popular opinion, they don't like it when they're at peace, so we're going to try to calm them down a little. One sec. There you go. Now I am illustrious. Which at least I'll be looked at more highly. Now, getting a bit more stressed than I need to be. You better raid somebody and raid somebody quick before, you know, these locals here are gonna get antsy. Not to mention superstitious of ruler. Till 2 years later. Okay, that's good. So, assemble Dunholm and make a quick raid. Please wait. As I said, how come she gets to inherit everything and she doesn't? Bias, isn't it? But you can have her back. Stop gathering. We're simply here to make a quick raid just to make these people happy. I don't have plans for a long-term raid. Now go! Well, start here then. My ward Jagatunga has been impressed with one of the household thing for a very long time. And find a meaning person been repeating the warrior's words himself. Work hard and you can master everything. All things must be given time, dear Nagatunga. I sat brooding on my throne, my heart heavy with memory, mulling over things I did years and years ago. Did I work hard enough back then? Did my thought avert trouble or cause it? Have I ever truly done the right thing? My head throbs. Why would Odin task me with ruling if he knew it would make this miserable? I'm going for a ride now. Ooh. That's gonna hurt a little. But it's only for 10 years. You'll be fine. Don't want to be an irritable type of person. And plus, I'm not the kind of ruler that leads armies. Not anymore. We should hold our ground blunt. And raise a rune stone. For my departed mother, Þórunn. Now I've decided to place what to put on my rune stone. The question means where to place. Memorials to family like Þórunn encourage respect and fealty. Now, best placed in areas that think little of me, where I can make an example of my dedication and servitude to higher powers. Of course, one or two spots do bring to mind. Downhole makes a fine choice. Because this is where I was living in for a time. This man's already married, can do nothing with him. Oh, an alliance. Yeah, sure. You're gonna get justice because you're a shine man. If you get yourself into trouble, we'll be there. No, he's a keeper. Here we go again with this. Some people just want to destroy the homeland that our people worked so hard for. We're just here to make a quick raid in and out. That's it. Why on earth would anyone want to kill him? He's very valuable to me. Band of lost birds. Wounded and disillusioned mercenary groups have arrived at the locale of Lundun. That's up there. Okay. Locals claim to have overheard talk of sundown after pillaging an easy target and have begun to grow anxious. Tensions are high and conflict is likely to rise if I do not intervene in the matter. I would own a position at city garrison. Go. Valuable prisoner. Will not be released. I will recruit him once he reaches adulthood. I think that's how we're going to settle this now. I only let a few go, because there's limitations to such things. Sometimes when you raid, you get rid of your ad piece. See? It's gone. That's what I wanted to do. Where's this other person who's betrothed? That is here at court. The other Indian. We know him. Satya. Who's your guardian? I doubt this would affect that. But again, only doing it in the name of our dynasty. It doesn't have to be closely related. But I'll raise them as well. They are very valuable. Because it's the key to, again, to spread our dynasty throughout there. And it'll be out of my hands. Just as long as it increases renown. That was the main reason why we did for all of this. And now we have to sacrifice somebody. We'll end the episode with that. Now. Ooh. Okay, not you. Just somebody who ain't worth a damn. Most particularly you. Guess what? You're the unlucky guy that's gonna get sacrificed. Nothing personal. Just I'm prone to stress, that's all. Ugh. That. Do I have any rivals? No. But what I do want is more daughters. I got many sons, but I want more daughters. That's the key. This is just a very noble at least count rank to gain an opinion towards me. And you'll be more respected by those who are from the clergy and around. Did he know? He was a murderer at one point. Okay. So we will stop here on the 1st of January 975 AD. So, in the next episode we're going to continue to raise these two Indian children here, who are betrothed to those of my dynasty, so that way in future generations, so likely during the late 900s, that you're going to start seeing, members of our dynasty living there, regardless of culture or religion. It's just as long as it's linked to us, and our renown will increase. Especially that they get to inherit this big time. Which again, it'll be through him, and then whenever he passes on, and it'll be through them and then his children. I mean, you still got a lot of years ahead. I know it's a very young granddaughter, but please be patient. And once you all grow up, I will find you some court positions so you can remain here. You need to stay here until I say so. And as well as that, we're going to support Greenland and send another expedition to the west, but only this time, hopefully somebody with success. Now the question is, do you have what it takes to be an explorer? Oh, you're a paranoid, vengeful, zealous man. Because that's the question I ask you, would you like to be the explorer? Because you got a good head on your shoulders and all that. But we'll find out for all of that in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.